We are in the old city of Jerusalem. The Jewish quarter is there, and we are heading to the Western Wall. Which some of you call it by mistake the Wailing Wall. Let's talk about that, but before that, for just a glimpse, you can see Mount of Olives and the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until today. And I don't know if you see the tower there. Maybe try. Yes, you can see that at the back, at the top of Mount of Olives. This is the Ascension Church. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven. And the Western Wall. The side of the temple is where the Dome of the Rock is. We will reach that story soon. But the side of the temple was there. We had a few temples. King David built his temple there, and then when the exiled Jew came from Babylon, they built a small temple. King Herod didn't like it because he said, oh, people will look at me and say, oh, I built a horrible small place. And he wanted to impress the world. Then what he did, he built 4 walls. You can see the corner of the Western Wall and the Southern Wall. And there are 4 walls. He created by that a plaza. And now, when he filled that plaza, he can build something very, very, very massive. Then the Western Wall is not supposed to be holy site. The Western Wall is supposed to be only a supporting wall for the plaza. On top of it, he will build a Jewish temple, which was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger and wider than the Dome of the Rock. Here, you can see al-Aqsa Mosque. We will reach it soon, but that was the area of the palace of King Herod when famous rich Jerusalem. He showed them the temple. Remember, show off, show off, show off. Now the Western Wall is bigger. It's quite long, but you cannot see all of it because that's where the Muslim quarter begins, and they use the Western Wall as part of their wall of the houses. Then in that case, it's smaller than today. The place that the place that the Jews are praying is there. I can see a lot of white things because it's still Corona time, and this is a Shavuot, very important holiday for the Jews. Then I'm supposed that tonight there will be more than, let's say, 50,000 Jews will come from all over Jerusalem, and they have to divide them because remember, we're still in coronavirus time. Then, but you can see a little bit more of the Western Wall here. This is the unknown place. It's a beautiful place to visit. It's one of the archaeological museums here, and you can see the walls of the city from the 16th century, built by Suleiman the Magnificent. At the 6th century, after the destruction of the temple by the Romans, the Muslims arrived here, and according to tradition, it's not by the Bible, their Bible, Muhammad reached that area. He came to al-Aqsa, which is the last mosque, and then he walked to the foundation stone that I forgot to mention. According to belief, the foundation stone is Mount Moriah. That's where Isaac was almost sacrificed by al-Haram, his father there. And before that, it was the first stone ever. That's where God started to create the world. He had to start from somewhere. Then the Jewish temple was there. God told them to build it on top of it. And the Muslims knows that when Muhammad reached al-Aqsa, he went to the foundation stone, and he ascended into heaven to meet God himself. He gave him the 5 prayers of the day. Then from the 6th century, you can see here 2 important sites. The Dome of the Rock, which is not a mosque, and the mosque itself is al-Aqsa. To go in, they have to check you, but they close some of the entrances. Then we will have to go down from there, and we will do that. Then the next movie will be about the Western Wall itself, the holy site, which you can call it the Wailing Wall, and they're organizing it for tonight. And I hope that you can see that they will let me go in, and that's going to be the next movie. What I will ask you to do, look above it. You will see a sign that say that there is something there. Click, and you will see movies about the places that I visit today. For example, the tomb of King David, the room of the Last Supper, and later on the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, if I will be able to go in. Enjoy your virtual visiting in Jerusalem, and I hope to see you here again. 28, May 28, 2020, the old city of Jerusalem, the Western Wall.